Hi guys, it's Mary McIntyre. As promised, I'm going to be making a video making some holographic sun catchers. So if you saw my Temu haul, you will see that I treated myself to these holographic molds. And now I can't make them look holographic, but they've got that holographic micro texture within them and they will make awesome sun catchers. So I want to make these primarily clear, but I'm going to add some glitter just around the outside edge, so in a similar technique to how I made my Christmas reindeer. So I will mix up my resin. The volume of these combined is about 65 ml, so I'm going to make up 70 ml of resin, split some out and put glitter in it. So I've got two kinds of glitter which have exploded all over my table. So I've got this beautiful kind of tinsel snow, it's called, so that's got the same kind of iridescent colours that the holographic mould has, so I thought that'd look lovely. But in with that I've also added a little bit of this fine silver glitter. Both of those just exploded when I opened the bags, so I've put that in there ready, so I will not be opening glitter with gloves on in a minute. So the resin that I'm going to be using is the Let's Resin 1:1 epoxy. I was going to add some transparent colour, but I've decided against it. I'm going to keep it simple for now, just use the glitter on the outside edge, pour the clear in the middle, which hopefully will push that out. I haven't used these moulds before, so I don't think that I'm going to be able to pour specifically into certain areas. I might have to get a squeezy bottle with a long nib in order to do that. I'm at Makers Central next weekend, so hopefully I'll see something there that'll work. So yeah, I've got my 99.9% isopropyl alcohol, which I'm going to spritz the back of the resin with. That will get rid of bubbles without me having to use a flame next to these brand new. They feel fairly sturdy, but if there are any bubbles in the middle, I'll hit it with a flame, but otherwise I'm just going to use the alcohol. So I'm going to put my PPE on and then I can get started. To voice over here because I had my respirator on, so you can see that I'd split some of the resin over and tipped it into the beaker of glitter. I actually made a bit too much of the glitter, if I'm honest, and I thought once it started to spread that I may have ruined them, but it turned out okay. So what you can see me doing here is basically focusing that resin glitter on the outside of the moulds. It was really hard to get it to go down into the antennae. It was really irritating because it's such a small area, but I kind of put it around the edge, knowing that when I poured the clear in the middle it would kind of help to push it back out towards the edge. Next time I do it, I'm definitely going to make less of the glitter because I think there was a little bit too much, but I think the final result is still gorgeous either way, especially if you like sparkle. They have plenty of that. So I was basically pouring the clear in here to push that glitter out to the edges, and then just using my stirring stick to try to encourage some resin down into those little antennae. I did overspill that area, but it didn't matter. I'd cleaned the top, and so I just left the resin to kind of cure, then just peeled it off afterwards. One mistake I made here is to not go in with a cocktail stick to help push that around and dislodge any bubbles. I didn't do that, and I should have done, so I did have a couple of bubbles at the end, but I filled them up as much as I possibly could, and then I used the last little bit of resin into some pendants. So this is what they look like when I just poured. There is definitely more glitter than I intended, but I like the way that it's kind of spreading inwards from the outside edge, and so I'm sure that, well, I love the results anyway, but next time I will definitely make a little bit less glitter. I didn't actually film it, but I did spritz the back of these with the isopropyl alcohol just to change the surface tension and pop any bubbles that come to the surface. And here are the little pendants that I made with the leftover resin. Oh, it's time to demold. Super excited to see how they turned out. I'm just going to demold the pendants first. I might actually make these into key rings. I haven't decided what I'll do with these yet. I just wanted to use up the resin that I had left. I think these would make beautiful pendants or key rings. That glitter is incredibly beautiful. It's got that iridescent sparkle. It's, oh, get you in shot. They're just beautiful. I'll bring you down for a proper look in the sun, but they are so nice. And I like the way that it looks like the glitter's kind of dropped down from the top, so there's a few bits that have kind of strayed up. So yeah, they're really pretty. I need to clean up the backs. There's a couple of little bits that need to be shaved off there. Okay, so that's those. They were just leftover resin. The important thing is these. So I'm going to go with the hummingbird first. Just carefully demold these because there's lots of kind of embossed detail in them. I'm so excited to see if the iridescence comes out. I know it will, but I've never done an iridescent pour before. Oh, that's so cool. Wow. Oh my gosh. Oh. Oh. That is so pretty. Oh. I ended up with more glitter than I intended in these, but I think it'll be okay. Oh, wow. Wow. Okay, these butterflies, the little antennae, are so small that I had problems even getting the resin in there, so I'm a bit concerned I'm going to lose the antennae. I have to be super, super careful demolding. Really, really gentle. Lay it down. Couple of little air bubbles. I can sand those out. And the sun's just come out as well. Oh my goodness. Oh, holographic. It's so much more holographic than I thought. When I was looking at the molds, I was thinking there's just like isolated patches of it, but the whole thing is holographic. It's doing what it says on the tin they're supposed to be, but oh my goodness. This is amazing. The sun's come out just at the right time as well. Oh my goodness. I'm lost for words, genuinely. These are insanely beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. You can see the holographic from both sides as well, which makes sense. They're clear, of course you can see it from both sides, but I kind of had in my brain that you'd only be able to see it from one side. But the holographic glitter in there as well means that you've got that multicoloured holographic thing going on both counts. Oh my, oh my god. I can't find the words. I can't find the words. I'll bring these into the sun, and I'm going to bring you down so you can see them up close in the sun, because these are gorgeous. They are absolutely gorgeous. Wow. I hope this is coming out on camera, because this is incredible. This is absolutely incredible. Man, they are beautiful. didn't think the hummingbird was going to have much in it, but look at him. Oh, man. This is one of the most beautiful things I've ever made. Oh my God, they're just wow. Wow. So I've got my my beads that I got from my Temu haul, which are also very, very holographic, and you can see how they're catching the sun already. So I'm going to go and get a beading needle and add a sun catcher chain to these. I'll be back in a minute. Right, so there's some weird shadows here, but the sun is really catching these and they just look so beautiful. So the beads that I got from Temu are already on a really good sturdy nylon thread that's actually iridescent, so it's really helping with the colours that you see on these bead strings. So I'm just going to use them as they are, not unthread them and try to thread things on again. So I've done one just to see how I'm going to attach stuff. So I'm just going to very carefully pick up one of these others because they're not tied off on both ends and I don't want to end up with beads everywhere. Okay, so the end that's got the longer bit of thread, my pliers to push it through. That's it. So I've pulled that through and I'm using my pliers to kind of pass that through because it's easier. Okay, so now I'm going to try my little beading needle to help the next stage. So this beading needle is basically just fine wire that's been twisted, and it has an eye that kind of collapses so you can thread through beads. So what I'm going to do is push the beading needle up into the bead chain. So I've pushed it through 6 beads, put this tail through the eye, and then pull that through. I'm going to do the same thing here where I tie this onto the loop and then I will thread the tail back down through the other beads to make it nice and tidy. No raw ends hanging out. So I'm going to tie this one fairly close to the end of the bead chain. I really hate working with nylon thread, honestly. It drives me insane. I sometimes use it on sewing projects and it has such a mind of its own. Drives me genuinely up the wall. Okay, so it's a heavier gauge than the thread that I've got as well, so I think it's going to be more secure for this purpose. So same again, I put my beading needle down through 6 or 7 beads, pop the tail into the eye of the needle, and then pull that through. Tiny little hand drill, and I use that to make a hole in the top of this wing on the hummingbird so that it sits upright. So yeah, I think that will work quite well for the hummingbird. So I'm going to repeat that for the final butterfly and for the hummingbird. Okay, don't click away yet because I'm going to show you what these look like hanging up in the sun, and they are an absolute wow. I just wanted to say thanks for watching if you're still here, and don't forget to subscribe and hit the like button. Take care guys, see you in the next one. Bye for now.